9 out of every 10 people will try to launch a first version app that looks like an app that has already been on the market, successfully scaling for years and years of time. That is a problem because when you try to launch a beautiful, gleaming, aesthetically pleasing app right out of the gates for your very first launch, you are pulling a ton of time and money and funneling them into those efforts before you have already validated the functionality and usefulness of the app. And when you are launching a new product, that's what you're doing with the first version. You are validating the functionality and usefulness. So if you don't have that right, then the design, the aesthetic design just really doesn't matter, and it can be a very big waste. So the way you want to approach this is by focusing on the functionality and the usefulness first and communicating with your app's first users, those test users, the beta users, that they are in fact test users and beta users. You should be doing that. That is a very normal thing to do, a way to set expectations and get good feedback. But here's the kicker, because you might be thinking, well, aesthetic design isn't really user experience design, and that's correct, but they're often confused to be one in the same. User experience design at its core is really just making sure that your app is usable, that it is intuitive, and that a user can come on board and get from point A to B successfully without getting stuck or having a lot of questions along the way. So with your pilot app, instead of focusing your time and your effort extensively on the aesthetic design, focus on just the usability. So can they come onto the app, go through the processes successfully, and give you the feedback you need on the functionality and the usefulness? Usually this just means having a simple, clean, and uncluttered app versus that fancy, flashy design.